The big story for you on Nation Wants to Know is what's happening as far as the Waqf Act is concerned. This week, viewers, the Narendra Modi Sarkar is gearing up to bring major reforms in the contentious Congress-era Waqf Act of 1995. Now, the Waqf Board, viewers, which is third largest landholder in India, enjoys many powers under this very act. The Waqf, which has doubled its land holdings in a matter of just 15 years, under this act, has the power to claim any property in any part of the country in the name of charity. While the government says the changes to this particular act will usher in transparency and help the Muslim community, the likes of Asaduddin Owaisi, the All India Muslim Personal Law Board, and many leaders of the opposition are pushing the same old Muslims under threat narrative. So we at Times Now are bringing you this report filed by my colleague Varshini from a village in Tamil Nadu's Trichy. A major part of the land in this village, viewers, was claimed by the Waqf Board as its own property in the year 2022. Now, this detailed ground report will serve as an eye-opener for all those trying to deny the instances of land grab done by Waqf Board. Take a look at this report.
The Narendra Modi 3.0 Sarkar is gearing up to amend the contentious 1995 Waqf Act. The decision has already triggered a political maelstrom in Delhi. But in Tamil Nadu, a village which 2 years ago became the victim of the Waqf Board's alleged land grab is still waiting to get clarity on the status of land ownership of its people. This is the Tiruchenturai village in Tamil Nadu's Tiruchirappalli district. It is home to 7,000 families. Most of them are Hindus. In 2022, these villagers were in for a shock when they got to know that the Tamil Nadu Waqf Board had claimed the entire village to be its own property, including this ancient 1,500-year-old Shiva temple.
This village was in the midst of a controversy back in 2022 when the Waqf Board claimed that almost an entire village, 480 acres of land in this village belonged to them. And in fact, in the 480 acres of land, this very old 1,500-year-old Shiva temple that which we are looking at right now also comes. And in fact, the lands that belongs to the temple, the land that belongs to the people living here, and in fact, most of the people living in this village are also Hindus, is what was reported back in 2022.
2 years later, the villagers living in this agricultural hamlet are still wary. They do not know what to expect next. Can the Waqf Board still continue to claim ownership over their land? If so, will the new amendments that the Modi government is planning to bring help them?
2022ல இந்த பிரச்சனை ஆரம்பிச்சது. வக்ஃப் வாரியம் வந்து உங்களோட நிலத்தெல்லாம் வந்து அவங்களுக்கு சொந்தம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்க. அப்போ நீங்க நிறைய போராட்டம் பண்ணீங்க, நிறைய பேர் அரசியல் தலைவர்கள்லாம் வந்து உங்களுக்கு சப்போர்ட் பண்ணாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் என்ன ஆச்சு? அந்த நிலங்கள் வந்து பத்தியே
வந்து எதுவுமே சொல்லலைங்க மேடம். அதை பத்தி அந்த இசுவே கிடையாம பண்ணிட்டாங்க. அதை பத்தி பேசுறதுக்கே இது இல்ல. கலெக்டர் என்னமோ அதை பத்தி நடவடிக்கை எடுக்கிறோம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னதோட ஆஃப் ஆயிருக்குங்க மேடம்.
ஓகே. சோ இப்போ வந்து அப்போ வந்து என்ன கலெக்டர் எங்க கிட்ட என்ன சொன்னாரு அப்படின்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, இந்த பிரச்சனை நாங்க சுமூகமா தீர்த்துருவோம், இதுக்கப்புறம் இந்த பிரச்சனை வராது அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருந்தாரு. வக்ஃப் வாரியத்து கூட பேசுவோம், பேச்சுவார்த்தை நடத்துவோம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருந்தாரு. அதுக்கப்புறம் உங்ககிட்ட வந்து நீங்க பட்டா வச்சிருக்கிறதுனால நீங்க வச்சுக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு சொன்னாங்களா? ஏதாவது ஒரு
சொல்லலப்பா, ஒருத்த கூட ஒன்னும் சொல்லலப்பா. சொல்றோம்னு சொன்னாங்க, அவ்வளவுதான், சொல்லவே இல்லையா. நாங்க பாட்டுல இருக்கோம்.
சென்ட்ரல் கவர்மெண்ட்ல பார்லிமெண்ட்ல வந்து இதை மாத்த போறாங்க அப்படின்ற மாதிரி ஒரு எக்ஸ்பெக்டேஷன் இருக்கு. இது வந்தா உங்களுக்கு என்ன நல்லது நடக்கும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க?
எங்களுக்கான இடத்துக்கான பட்டா பூர்வீகமா கொடுப்பாங்க, அதுக்கு கொடுத்தா போதும் மேடம், நாங்க நிம்மதியா இருப்போம். அத பத்தி இந்த இதுவே இல்லாம பேச மாட்டேங்கறாங்க. 2 வருஷத்துக்கு முன்னாடி பேசுனதோட அப்படியே ஆஃப் ஆகி கிடக்கு.
And right now they are saying that when the issue happened, the collector and the other officials had promised them that these lands would not be taken up for grabs by anybody, including the Waqf Board, and they can continue to live here. But there was not any final decision that was taken upon it, and they are still awaiting that they would get a final answer, a solution to their problems.
Tiruchenturai village's story is just one example. Here's what the 1995 Act enabled the Waqf Board to lay claim over.
They can also stake claim to a Gurdwara, and they have in Yamunanagar in Haryana. That is not all. They can also stake claim to a government building, which is what happened in Surat. The municipal corporation headquarters were said to be Waqf property. The municipal corporation supplied 8 documents to oppose this claim, but lost the case. Not just that, viewers, the Taj Mahal Sunni Waqf Board, believe it or not, said that Shah Jahan gave them Taj Mahal, registered Taj Mahal as Waqf property in 2005.
Over the years, Waqf Board became India's third largest landowner after the Forces and Indian Railways. It owns over 8,72,292 registered properties that are spread over 8 lakh acres. Their land has more than doubled in just 15 years. The amendments to the Waqf Act have been long overdue. The arbitrary powers given to the Waqf Board led to multiple instances of land grab that caused suffering in the Muslim community itself. Government sources say they have decided to reform the Act after extensive consultations. The focus will now be on process and transparency in the Waqf Board. Isn't this a move to uphold secularism in its true sense? With Varshini in Tiruchenturai, Bureau Report, Times Now.
And my colleague Varshini is joining us live on this story, who's brought us this very detailed report. Varshini, good evening. Now, the question many are asking is that if you look at this case and these villagers that you've spoken to are telling us that they are waiting for justice now since last 2 years, they don't really know what's going to happen next. And this is just one example. Perhaps there are many such cases, and that's the reason why amendment is the need of the hour, so that people don't suffer.
Absolutely, yes. The worst part of this entire, situation is that these people who are living in these villages do not have any kind of a certainty in what is going to happen next. In fact, there have been in this village, if you see, there are a lot of people who have bought these lands with their hard-earned money, and there have been people who have been receiving these lands from their ancestors. Therefore, there are different situations that we can see in this particular village, and the uncertainty as to whether if they will be able to hold on to their own piece of land is what is the biggest question that is running through their minds for the past 2 years. In fact, they've been asking about why there is no solution that is being brought to them, and this is why they think, particularly the people from the Tiruchenturai village, think that this particular amendment could be something that could change their lives, help them carry forward with their livelihoods in Tiruchenturai, in Tiruchi district, is what we are able to pick up from the ground there. And also the other questionable situation is that the temple, the 1500 years old temple that is situated in the heart of the village, is also being claimed by the Waqf Board, and the allegations that the people of the village say that as far as their families, their ancestors are concerned, they have no trace or they have not heard of any stories about a Muslim settlement in that area, and that is why these questions are raising at this point of time.
All right, Varshini, thank you very much for the moment, for joining us with all of those details. Times Now viewers also spoke to Tamil Nadu Waqf Board Chairman Abdul Rahman, who said that an attempt is being made now to weaken the strength of the Waqf boards. He called it a BJP conspiracy and also added that in the village of Tiruchenturai, the Waqf Board has documents to prove that a portion of the land belongs to Waqf Board. Listen in.
We feel it is a kind of conspiracy from BJP party to establish the protection and safeguard of all Waqf properties all over the country. Like other places in Trichy also, there are some places, there are some villages. Some places were occupied and encroached by some people. And we are having documents to prove that it is belonging to Waqf. Other than there are so many other properties also available in that village which are not belonging to Waqf. So we are claiming only the dedicated in the name of God, dedicated property in the name of God.
Let me now go across to my colleague Sagrika joining us on the broadcast to help us understand that, like this case in Tamil Nadu, there are many other such contentious issues that need attention immediately. Here in this case, you heard that villagers are waiting since last 2 years for justice. Sagrika, over to you. Tell us, how grave is the situation in other parts of the country?
So, Hina, we'll talk about 5 contentious claims made by the Waqf. In some of these cases, the contestant or the owner went to the tribunal, and in some cases they won. Now, which is the case we are talking about? Obviously, the case study that Varshini brought to us from the Tiruchenturai village in Trichy. And like Varshini also mentioned, that the question that is being raised is that how can a 1500-year-old temple be claimed as Waqf land when the Waqf itself, came into being, or the act came into being in the year 1954 in India. Now, let's go to instance number 2. This is a village in Haryana, which is the Jatlana village, where a Gurudwara in this village was claimed as the Waqf board's property. Members of the Sikh community came out and protested. Let's go across to instance number 3. Now, instance number 3 is the one that we've been talking about, which was also contested before the tribunal and the SMC. It is the SMC headquarters at the Muglisara in Surat, which was declared as Waqf property. Now, the SMC had gone ahead and had contested this claim that was made by the Waqf, and they had proven their claims before the tribunal and they won the case. Instance number 4, very interesting, was Taj Mahal, because it was the Sunni Waqf board which told the Supreme Court in the year 2015 that the Taj Mahal must be listed as a Waqf property, and we all know what the Supreme Court said after that. The next instance that we are talking about is Gyanvapi, and all of us know in Varanasi it is the Sunni Central Waqf Board that claimed the disputed property in Gyanvapi as its own property. So these are 5 such claims, but there are many such claims that are in public domain, which because of which there was a controversy, because of which questions were raised on the powers of the Waqf, and because of which many said that these powers given in the 1995 Waqf Act led to misuse.
You joining us with all these details and putting things in perspective for our viewers. Let's now go across to our guests who are joining us on the broadcast this evening to take this issue forward, because in the last 48 hours, viewers, we have seen a lot of fear mongering that is currently taking place. And remember, the bill is yet to be introduced in the parliament. Joining us on the broadcast this evening is Shazia Ilmi, national spokesperson of the BJP. We have with us Feroz Bakht Ahmed, former Chancellor, MANNU, Dr. Nikul Patel, leader of the Congress Party, Tariq Khan, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Haji Meherdeen Rangrez, who is spokesperson AIMIM, is also joining us on the debate this evening. Good evening to all of you. Thank you for joining us here on Times Now. Haji Meherdeen Rangrez जी, मैं आपसे डिबेट की शुरुआत करना चाहती हूं. आपने देखा, हमने एक किस्सा जो तमिलनाडु का है खास करके, उसको आज हमने हाईलाइट किया है अपने दर्शकों के लिए. आपने देखा, जो विलेजर्स हैं, गांव वाले हैं, उनका कहना है कि ये हमारी जमीन है, 2 साल से वो जस्टिस की इंतजार कर रहे हैं. वहीं दूसरी तरफ वक्फ बोर्ड का कहना है इस जमीन का कुछ हिस्सा हमारा है. तो एक तरफ क्लेम्स किए जा रहे हैं, एक तरफ काउंटर क्लेम्स किए जा रहे हैं, और शायद इसी वजह से एक अमेंडमेंट की जरूरत है ताकि वेरिफिकेशन हो सके कि ये जमीन है किसकी. क्योंकि बहुत से ऐसे विलेजर्स हैं जिनकी शायद सारी जिंदगी की कमाई इस जमीन के टुकड़े पर लगी हुई है, जिसको आज वक्फ बोर्ड ने अपना बना लिया है.
मैं 2-3 जो है बात अपनी रखना चाहूंगा. वक्फ बोर्ड जो संशोधन ला रही है सरकार, ये एनआरसी होगा हमारे लिए. पहले इनका मकसद हमारी नागरिकता का खत्म करना था, और अब हमारी संपत्तियों को छीनना चाहती है ये सरकार.
नहीं, पहली बात आप मुद्दे की बात करिए, आप भटकिए मत. जो मैंने आपसे सवाल पूछा है आप उसका जवाब दीजिए सबसे पहले, और उसके बाद आप ओवरऑल जो बिल है, जो अभी पब्लिक डोमेन में है भी नहीं, उसके बारे में टिप्पणी कीजिएगा. आप मुझे इस मुद्दे के बारे में बताइए, क्योंकि यहां पर तो हमने विलेजर्स को सुना है वो क्या कह रहे हैं, वक्फ बोर्ड के चेयरमैन को भी सुना है वो क्या कह रहे हैं. इस मुद्दे के बारे में आप क्या कहेंगे?
देखिए, जो भी हमारी ट्रिब्यूनल कोर्ट है उसमें जो संविधान के अनुसार ही बनी हुई है, उसमें जज होते हैं, 2 मेंबर होते हैं, वो डिसाइड करते हैं कि वक्फ की संपत्ति है या किसी और की संपत्ति है. और ये हमारे जितने भी हमारे बुजुर्ग जो दुनिया से चले गए, उन लोगों की ये संपत्ति है. और सरकार बार बार इस तरीके की बात जरूर करती है जिससे कंट्रोवर्सी पैदा हो. आप ये बताइए, आप क्या शक्ति और कार्य प्रणाली को जो है आप खत्म कर देंगे वक्फ एक्ट के तहत? ये बताइए आप, वक्फ एक्ट 1955 का आर्टिकल 40 कहता है कि ये जमीन जिसकी है ये वक्फ का सर्वेयर और वक्फ बोर्ड तय करेगा। ये संविधान के अनुसार ही तो सारी बातें हो रही हैं। और
पर हो नहीं पा रहा है ना तारिक खान। आई वांट यू टू कम इनटू द डिबेट। इट इज नॉट हैपनिंग। You heard what the villagers had to say, but there is no answer clearly from the MIM spokesperson here.
You said that the property of Waqf board has been doubled in 13 years. People are donating to Waqf board, you know. People are donating.
If people are donating, sorry, I am once again interrupting. One second. It's not a generic debate today that we are having. If people are donating, I understand that land belongs to the Waqf board. That is supposed to be used for charity as per law. But here in this case, Tariq Khan, we heard the villagers also who are rightful owners of a piece of land in Tamil Nadu, and they are saying that they are being told that this land now belongs to the Waqf board. Where should they go?
I know very well. You will not let me speak on this topic. However, I'll try to speak on the same topic. First point is this, that people has been continuously donating to Waqf board. That's why their property has been increased, double or tripled, whatever it is. You can ask Waqf board to show the property, how much property they have gained as far as donation is concerned. Point number one. Point number two, that you are saying that once a Waqf property cannot be snatched and cannot be taken away.
Right. Tariq Khan, apologies. I'm just interrupting you there because we have a big exclusive news break coming at this point in time.